Hey everyone, welcome to my March 2015 book haul. I have around 8 books to show you for this haul, and it's not my biggest one, but I am still pretty excited about them. But first, I would like to mention, I absolutely love Laura Lee Gullidge. She wrote Will and Wit and Page by Page. They are both amazing graphic novels. They are extremely artsy and creative, and I absolutely love her work. And so I think I ended up messaging her one time to ask about, if she's doing any more new books. And she responded to me, which was great, and she answered my question. And then she offered me some free stuff. And so that was a while ago, but recently I came home to this waiting for me in the mail. I opened it up. And oh my goodness. First, there was this little note in here that said, "Enjoy the freebies, Artner Love, Laura Lee." And it included Page's rules for being an artist. It was so awesome. In the book, Page by Page, I think it's autobiographical personally. But yeah, in the book, she is an artist, and so there's Page's rules for being an artist. It's so cool. She sent me these 2 stickers that say Artner Love. She sent me 4 of these cards on the back. It's an artistic license. It's so cool. You can draw your face in there. And it says, "May you always fail big, speak truths, and imagine the impossible. Your new Artner, Laura Lee." It's got your signature. It's so cool. She also included these stickers, whoislauralee.com. And to top it off, the envelope had a bunch of these little stars in there. So yes, Laura Lee Gullidge is a fantastic artist and writer, and I would highly recommend that you check out her work. And thank you again so much to Laura Lee. Okay, so to the haul. For the first part, as you saw in the title, I've got a bit of an unboxing. Well, it's a package, but whatever. So this is from the Book Depository. I ordered it last week or the week before. I know what this is, but I've never seen an actual copy in person before. So I saw this book on Books and Quill's channel in one of her recent hauls, and it is called Men Explain Things to Me and Other Essays by Rebecca Solt. Isn't this cover absolutely beautiful? It looks kind of astrological. So this is a book of feminist essays. I have recently been getting into feminist writing as well. I'm currently reading Bad Feminist by Roxane Gay, and I absolutely love it. So I'm glad to have another book of that nature. I'll read you a little bit of the dust jacket. In her iconic essay, Men Explain Things to Me, Rebecca Solt investigates the conversations of men who wrongly assume they know things and wrongly assume women don't. So yeah, it's a little book. It should be a quick read, but I love books of essays, and I love this cover, like I said, so I'm excited to have this. And one of my favorite things about Book Depository is that they also send along little bookmarks. So this one is a Happy Chinese New Year of the Sheep 2015, and actually I think I was born in the year of the sheep if I'm not mistaken, so this is pretty cool. The next 3 books I have to show you are all finds from Value Village. I love Value Village. It's some of the awesome great condition books that I can find for cheapy cheap. And the first one that I got is In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan. I am on my way to collecting everything that Michael Pollan has ever written. I currently have Food Rules and Omnivore's Dilemma by him, and I remember reading this copy of this from the library a couple of years ago and really enjoyed it and wanted to have it for future reference. And so I found it in hardcover for $3, and it's in fantastic condition, so I was really excited to find this. The next book I got, which was a wee bit of a shock, I must say, considering how new it is, and it's been getting not a ton of attention on BookTube, but a fair amount. Katrina from Little Book Owl read this in the last few months and was just gone over it. She was crazy about it. Up until very recently, it was actually at Costco, in their books table, and it is The Narrow Road to the Deep North by Richard Flanagan. This story features a Japanese POW camp in World War II, and it also takes place in contemporary Australia. And I guess it takes place, from multiple perspectives. Okay, let me just read this. Australian surgeon Dorigo Evans is haunted by his affair with his uncle's young wife 2 years earlier. His life is a daily struggle to save the men under his command from starvation, from cholera, from pitiless beatings, until he receives a letter that will change him forever. This book was only $4, and I've just heard some fantastic things about it, and it's relatively new. It's in awesome condition, and I was excited to find this. And the last book that was found at Value Village was also found by my boyfriend. It is A Tale of Two Cities and Great Expectations, both by Charles Dickens. This book has been out, this edition has been out for quite a while, actually. It's the Oprah's Book Club edition, and I remember when I worked at Walmart that I was tempted to get it, and I didn't. It was $23 originally, got it for $4, and it's in perfect condition. It's the exact edition that I wanted because it is so absolutely pretty. I love books that just flop. like this. It's glorious. And it's 2 books in 1, so I think this is a really great deal. The next 2 books that I have here are ones that were on sale or reduced price. The first one is not a new release. It came out in 2013, but it has gotten some attention on BookTube. Reagan from Peru's Project has mentioned it in numerous videos. I forget right now if anyone else has read it, but it is Burl Rights by Hannah Kent. Hannah Kent brings to vivid life the saga of this young woman, the last to be publicly beheaded in Iceland in the early 19th century. There's quite a lot in the synopsis in the flap, but I don't want to know too much about it. I just have heard amazing things about it, and I found it for $8 at Chapters. And the cover, it's kind of nice. I like the blue, and I enjoy the title font. So yeah, it was a great find. And the other book that I picked up that was on sale is The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. Or is it Kubica? I don't know. I'm sorry. So I got this at Walmart. It was 40% off, actually. It was like the book of the month, and so I got it for around $11. And it is a suspense thriller about a girl who goes to this guy's cabin, I think, to avoid her mother and the police. I don't really know. I guess they're coming out with suspense thrillers recently because of the whole success of Gone Girl and everything. I saw this recently on the shelf of Raylene from Pad, Put, and Prongs 07, and I became curious about it. I've sort of been seeing it around, like in Chapters and such, so when I saw it at Walmart and read the back, it sounded really interesting to me, so I picked it up. And the last book that I have here is the only one that I really paid full price for, except for Men Explain Things to Me, I guess. And it wasn't a big deal anyway because this was only like $12. But it is a book that I have long been awaiting to buy, and it is Ink by Amanda Sun. This is the first book in the Paper Gods. I think is it a trilogy? It might be a series. I don't know why trilogy is flashing in my head for some reason. So this girl moves to Japan after a family tragedy to live with her aunt. I think there's this guy who can draw that goes to her school. Like ink, obviously, is a prominent theme in the book. I was mainly attracted to it because of its gorgeous watercolor-like qualities and the fact that it's got these petals here. And it becomes like a flip book where they go into motion. And it sounded really, really good. And I love the feel of the cover too. It feels like a watercolor page, and I love watercolor. And the story sounds really intriguing too. I personally am thinking about living in Japan, so it's really cool that this came out. So that is it. Those are the 8 books that I managed to acquire in March. Again, it's smaller than my normal book hauls, but I've been trying to work through my TBR and to get rid of some of the books on my shelves to make room for new books, that and, you know, money issues and that kind of thing. But I think I'm doing pretty good for one of my goals, which was to buy less books. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I shall see you soon with my wrap-up and TBR. Bye, everyone.